Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video I have something a little bit different for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a teamwork clip or video of me from like a while back. I'm talking like a year or two back, and apparently the title of the video was the hardest team war ever in Monsters history. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this. I feel like team wars back then compared to now was just so easy. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this video. We're gonna react to it, have some fun. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. So again, this is the title of the video, the hardest team war in Monsters history. Okay. Hey, that's my intro.
Recently, we had a team wars against the Hounds of Justice, the
You
second
guys remember when I
best
dyed
team
my
in the
hair
game.
when we
The
reached
timing
100k
wasn't
subs?
right. Let me just say that, first of all. The timing of this war wasn't right at all. On top of that,
Alright,
So the battle rules for this war was
what do we have here?
mechanical, metal, and water. So for water, I put on Mojo Drac with full team speed. For
You know, wait,
only metal.
looking back, this was actually a very good restriction. I don't know. Well, I guess for me it wasn't at the time because I was lacking on like many corrupted monsters, and corrupted was like basically the best monsters at the time, if I remember correctly.
Monster that I had, the best one I guess you could say, was the rank 5 Ferris, and honestly that wasn't so good. Really, it wasn't. Many of their members were using different monsters.
Okay, keep in mind, guys, that around this time, there was no obsidian relics, first of all, and no like crazy monsters with like applying random torches to start a battle. You know what I mean? With like their scatter scasters and stuff like that. It wasn't any of that.
Monsters like, for example, Hammergrum. There was Kenray and much
Oh, no
more.
beasts as
But
well.
me, I just had Ferris, which didn't help much, but actually it kind of did.
Ferris was good.
Somebody
What are you
attacked
talking about?
me and they only got 1 coin from my base, which was
I remember
surprising
using
because
Ferris.
I thought I'd get 3 coin by every single player, but one player of their team actually only scored 1 coin against my base, which was
Okay,
nice.
show the
So that
attack.
helped us out. It's going to it was my plan.
What did I
The
use?
enemy
2
Spectra
strength
had
spec.
full speed, right? Full speed with absolute zero talent.
Oh, I
Basically,
see
with
the play
triggers,
here.
it mega freezes all your monsters.
This was so
So it
easy.
was a super fast spec,
Such an easy
and
battle.
here is the way that I actually countered it. So I went ahead
Using the
with
fish, yeah.
and went with on Dana, 130 on Dana, and I had an SX rune just to boost up the speed a little more, and also
I did not just say that. I did not just say that.
so I went ahead with and went with on Dana, 130 on Dana, and
With
I had an SX rune just to boost up the speed a little more,
it's to
and
boost
also
up the life, not the
for
speed.
example, the level 9 runes there, right? So I wanted to
By
make
the way,
on Dana take
for
it a
those
second.
guys that don't
Now
know,
on Dana, if that
giving
Spectra
SX runes,
would've,
it
let's
doesn't
say,
boost up
used any
speed. It
skill,
actually boosts up
let's say
life
Falling
only.
Fire and Mega Froze all monsters, it won't work on Dana because it's immune to froze, and all
Immune to froze.
attacker there, that monster, forgot the name, Spectra, right? And then here I wanted to get rid of the absolute zero, so I
With
went
UA?
ahead and given Aronting Assault just so
Yeah.
that I could get the job done quicker.
Uh-huh.
So it was a super powerful Spectra. Although I should have actually switched the sword. I don't know why I went with Kane's sword. I should have swapped that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I guess I just didn't realize it. But hey, it's okay. Because guess what? I ended up 3-coining this base anyway. So it
This was
didn't
such
really
an
matter
easy
much. So take a look
base.
at this. And apparently, for some reason, it ended up doing Culling the Weak. I don't know why. But if I did end up getting, Mega Frozen with Spectra, the enemy spec,
You
I
could have
could
just cleansed it.
with
Easy,
my
yeah.
fishy here. But here's the thing. Here I was kind of confused. I was like, what the heck am I going to do now? Because the play was to just, remove all the ISS, right? So I was like, you know what? Might as well just go ahead and cleanse all the stuff that was on my Spectra. So here I started off with one
You
shot
didn't really have
kill
to do that.
on spec, just so that, UA can trigger. And
Yeah.
also it's the
Falling
biggest
Fire.
threat in this battle. So that's why I went ahead and
This
tried
player
using
should have
Spec
went
first,
with Soul
and then I
Drag.
did Falling Fire right away, just like this. So then Crystal Form kicked in on the tank Kenray there, and from here on, I just had to
Firebolt. Why are you
get
running
rid of Kenray.
Culling the
Why
Weak?
not? So Kenray died, and then I just went ahead and hit them with that Falling Fire and got rid
Obsidian
of
Claw.
the enemy spec, and then finally got rid of
Super
it with
easy battle. You guys see this? I mean, if this was like the team war now, even with the same restrictions, even with the same monsters, like not all these crazy ones, it would be such an easy battle. Like you don't even have to strategize too much. Nowadays, you have like the monster beasts, right? You have to worry about beasts, whether or not like a monster or a player's running like shock beast or something, or poison beast or whatever, damage boost. You know what I mean? Things like that. On top of that, you have to worry about obsidian relics, triggering, giving you tortures. Like for example, there's bottom melter armor, Tertullian armor with the extra damage kicking in. There's just so many stuff now. It's just crazy. But what's the next battle? Who did we battle next? Oh, Valley.
I had Cryo Crawler with full team speed, 2 strength, 1 life with speed. You see that, right? On my spec with Arms and Assault, and I had 2 team speed and 1 speed on my Fierce. So what I wanted to do was let Frothy take in the first turn, do whatever she
Wait, what
wants,
was
right?
Valley
So
running?
it had Spiteful, that's what it's called. So it had Spiteful,
His
and as you
speed.
guys can see, this is what they had: Mud Body, full team speed, and then also, oh yeah, let me actually point.
So triple team speed, 2 speed, 1 strength, Farazi. I mean, I don't know if that was really a good idea, was it? I mean, back then players were just setting up random bases anyway.
This out. You see that Mojo Drag right there? Um, it was
Oh,
kind of like
Obsidians
a
were
trap
actually
that
out
she
at the
set.
time.
So it was a 146 or 148 Mojo Drag, and it was a rank 5. So it
Yeah,
didn't feed a completely 100k
that's
damage. And
common now.
yeah, that's how I did it. So here I went ahead and recovered my monsters. And the play was once again to let Frozzy take in the first turn, do whatever she wants, you know? So let her do whatever she wants. Alien Plague, right? Normally that's what she does.
It's
And
a
then
lot of
here,
damage.
right, what I wanted to do was apply Soul Rage, which is the triple damage, right? And I did it to my Spectra. Spectra took in the turn right after. Look
Wait,
at this.
I wonder if Elvira was in this restriction. I'm talking about the legendary Elvira. You know, with the evasion, I don't think Frosty would have done much, right? Because I don't think she PRs first before doing damage, unless I'm wrong
Look
about
how
that.
easy it is to beat it. Falling
Yeah, it was
Fire,
a very
bam.
easy base.
And just in one shot, I took it all down. And
It's a lot of
Spectre
damage.
still had 200k life remaining. That's why I went with that level 10
Life
life rune,
rune.
guys.
Yeah.
That's why I went with that level 10 life.
What do you attack
146
next?
with the
Affliction.
mud body and full team speed on Mojo Drac
Oh
there.
yeah, Ferrata was
So
pretty good back then, I
here's the
won't
thing,
lie.
before I actually get into this battle, I want to give a huge thanks to my teammate El Professor. That's his name.
Bashing touch talents back then, man, that thing was so annoying when it
Like level
first got
10 runes.
released.
And on top of that, I had to unlock the rune slots as well, which took quite a lot of gems, since there's no runic
So what
clearance
was the
going on
play?
right
It's
now, or at the time the
trade table and then
this was
freeze?
made. And also, I given SX runes and speeds, or basically runes in general, on my Ferrata because it didn't have runes at all. So I had to remove runes and give
Yeah, wait, hold on. Does Modric have immune to freeze? Is that why I had a trade disabler on my side? Probably, right? That would make sense. I think so.
it to this monster just for this. And
Okay, start the
by the
battle.
way, I was taken in the first turn. I did have my Rune Guardian activated, yes, this whole war, so that was
This is
helping out
such an easy
quite a
base.
lot.
All these bases
So
so easy.
I recommend doing that for, you know, for serious wars. I recommend turning on your Rune Guardian. But
18k
take a look at this:
speed.
Smite, Wingsuit Sword, Spirit Battery, and all the team speeds and stuff. So take a look at this. I take in the first turn. And then what I ended
Oh,
up
okay.
doing was hitting them with the blinding grenade, AoE, light,
Freeze.
just so I
Oh, so
could
there's
basically
no
mega freeze them.
freeze immunity.
As you
Never
guys can
mind.
see, it kicked in, mega froze all of them. Mud body, I took it like a champ on my cruel. This one, Hour of Blood, it's an AoE 25% life
So,
removal.
hold
So I went
on.
ahead and used that just so I could.
The trade disable, I mean, what was the point of trade disabling? I think it was just for the extra damage from Smite, I guess, the 60k damage that comes with. I think that's the reason, because you didn't really have to trade disable it.
Disable it, right? So all monsters are trade disabled now. And then here, I just went ahead and just used a random skill. Didn't really matter much, so just went with that shield there. And then here I wanted to
Apply as
apply
many
some
tortures.
tortures.
Do
Stack
it.
up some
Do
tortures
it.
like Grill Fugitive, which applies burning and ignition.
Well,
So here, with the help of all those
that
tortures,
damage.
Spec ended up dying. Spirit Battery kicked in, healed
Spirit
me
battery.
a little. This monster ended up dying. Soldier kicked in. Spirit Battery kicked in to help my monster survive, just so it doesn't end up dying. And
Check
then
for
here,
tortures.
I went ahead and hit him with the Hunted Alive, and the monster ended up dying to all those tortures. I came back, Spirit
Okay, I was
Battery
about to
kicked in,
say,
healed me,
that would have been a bit
and then
risky.
I went ahead and
Kind
just
of. Not too
did a
much.
little bit of damage with my Barada there, and then, you know, instead of healing, I just went ahead and attacked it because
Attack it and finish
it
it
was
off.
the end, you know? So that's how I 3-coined that
Dude,
base.
these bases are so easy. If only we could go back in time, even with the same monsters. Like, these bases, I literally just beat it right when the war starts. Hey, not even 2 minutes into, like, me thinking, oh, what base am I going to attack? Just give me a random base, and I'm like, okay, it's done. It's beat. Just like that. Easy.
This next base was number 5. I tagged this right after.
I wonder if this player still plays competitively. I don't think I've seen this player like anywhere anymore. Like I think that player actually quit.
Since the other ones are taken. So here's what I ended up doing. By the way, this is not the team I
Soul
ended up
Drag,
using,
Static Shock.
but take a look at this. I went ahead and swapped my monster. I went ahead and recovered Ferrata because I needed it for this war. Also, take a look at this. On my
2 strength, 1
attacker,
speed.
which is Spec, I went with 2 strength, 1 speed with unmelting assault. And then take a look at this. Also, take a look at the speed, 24,174. The other monster had 29,000.
29K.
I just wanted to take in the turn right after
23K.
Frozzy, basically. You know? So let Frozzy take in the first turn.
Do whatever she wants. Yeah.
Which is most likely Alien Plague. That's what she normally does. By the way, on my tank, my Mojo Drag, I had Pain Distiller because I needed it later on.
Did you have Spirit
so
Battery?
I'll show you guys what I needed it.
I think yeah, there's Spirit
Battery.
Yeah.
Spirit Battery came in clutch so many times.
Because there's no life rune on
because,
spec.
I knew it was
She
going
would
to
have
happen.
died.
Take a look at this. I started the battle. I let Frozzy do whatever she wanted. Alien Plague. Yep, just like I told you. And then here I wanted to use one shot, one kill.
The thing
Basically
is,
attack.
this base could have been so good if Frozzy went in first and then the other monster straight away right after, instead of the gap, like the speed gap between them. You know what I mean? Like even if it took, let's say, this player to remove an X rune and give it like a level 9 just so that the speed is super close to the other one, I feel like that would have been nice, because having a super fast Frozzy back then, like in a base, what's the point of it? Just to PER and apply some weaknesses, just to, you know, for you to get in the turn right after and basically beat them very easily.
Attack, the one
Take advantage of it, you know.
Drag. And also Wenshu was taking the turn right after, so I had to get rid of him as soon as possible. Here I went with Falling Fire just so that I can use this and basically eliminate Wenshu. Static Shock kicked in.
Careful of those things. I feel. Wait, how did you survive all those?
So all that kicked in, but then
you're gonna. There's no way you're not going to lose a coin here, right?
I basically helped my Spectra survive with 20K. The Spirit Battery talent. All right, and remember.
Oh, wait, you didn't get the turn in with that? Imagine if I got the turn with that. Spec would have died 100%.
Had Static Shock and Mud Body, both of those tortures in me. But remember, I given Pain Distiller on my tank, right?
Yeah, so, obviously, but right? I don't understand how she didn't get the turn. I guess because she eliminated the other monster and the other two, their life weren't below 75%. Maybe that makes sense then. You know what I mean?
After that kicked in and got rid of all those tortures, and my
yeah, you'd have died 100%.
So then I wanted to apply the damage protection right after.
With the shield. That's such a good skill. That was such a good skill back then.
Freeze, which I was actually expecting. So all my monsters were frozen, unfortunately. But it didn't really matter much. You went with emergency skill. As Amulet kicked in, I was frozen, so couldn't do anything. Single target attack.
That was risky.
David Slayer kicked in and got rid of all the tortures in me. And then here, right away, I had the chance to eliminate Frozzy,
so you can get the Spirit Battery.
This was my plan. So I was like, you know what? Might as well do it, right? Since we have the chance. So I went ahead and used Bullseye and got rid of Frozzy right away. So I just didn't want to make any mistakes. You know.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see. How much damage was that? So Unrusting Assault dealt 60k damage, right? Since you have Pierce, you could have eliminated Mojo Drag. Because look, you deal the damage, on top of that, the Pierce Unrusting Assault should kick through the shield, right? 50k, that would have died. You would have gotten, what's it called? You didn't have to worry about Mud Body, really. You could have healed and then you could have just, I don't know, just Frozzy, something.
Right away. So
you probably 3-coined it.
I just didn't want to make any mistakes, you know, losing any coins. Spirit Battery kicked in again and
sure.
a little more.
See?
Single target went towards my taunt.
That was risky right there. That actually was risky. If Mojo Drag ended up attacking, like doing an AoE maybe, if it was off cooldown, or the player was running like a 0 cooldown AoE maybe. I don't know if Mojo Drag has that.
Healed me a little more. Single that would have been risky. Towards my taunt, of course. Here, I wanted to go with my 100% life shield.
Go with it.
I just needed Spec to
survive,
stay alive. So that's why
you don't want to lose a
coin. I went ahead and give her shield only, and that's a 100% shield there on my Spec. So I tried freezing the tank here, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Take a look at this.
You didn't really need it anyway.
It didn't work out. So then I was like, you know what, we got the chance, so we might as well use it, right, and eliminate the tank.
Dude, these wars were so easy, but it still wasn't perfect at the time. I'm still not perfect.
Running a Frozzy 150 Mojo with Mud Body.
Okay, this base was running, I think, a 16 speed, 2 speed, and 1 strength Frozzy. Pretty similar to Valley's base, I would say. You know what I mean? I feel like it would have been better if maybe this player was running triple speed Frozzy with no strength, but then maybe some team strength, because the thing is, if you have a single speed rune, it's gonna make you a lot faster than just losing that single speed rune and replacing it with strength, if that makes sense.
1 team strength. So let's go ahead and enter it.
But
and here is how I did it. So I had to
16
set up an attacker that would take in the first turn, such as Spectra with taunting assault, 1 strength and 2 speed. And then Frozzy, look at Frozzy speed, 26,000.
26,000. This right now, this This speed compared to now, it's like nothing. But back then, that speed was a lot. But keep in mind, this player could have actually buffed up the speed even more. Maybe went with like triple speed on Frozzy.
791. So my Spectra took in the first turn since it was slightly faster. I also had Spirit Battery on my level
It is what
130
it
for Rada.
is.
And then look at Hammer having Soul Drag with the team speeds there. Oh man.
Morg's armor.
Mud Body.
You know what's crazy? Imagine if Shadow Yena Essence existed back in Corrupted Era.
Distiller. Remember, that Frozzy, I had to get rid of her, right? So I did my one shot, one kill, which is the most powerful one, just so that, you know, Announcing Assault can trigger. And then I did Bullseye, not Falling Fire,
Yeah,
Bullseye.
after
just so that
eliminating
I can,
Frozzy, everything
you know,
gets easy.
what's it called?
Those
get
other
an extra
two aren't
turn,
really
but
that big of a
not
threat.
trigger Mud Body just yet. And then now Mud Body kicked in and it triggered. Now here,
See, that's why I said this player could have made that Frozzy not so much faster by just giving the triple speed and maybe giving in like 1 or 2 team strings.
attacked, but then I decided not to, so I just went ahead and recharged. Just like that. Pain Distiller got rid of the quicksand, and then I wanted to play it safe and apply the damage section and stuff like that. So I got Mega Frozen on my spec. Yeah. So that happened. But then here is what I did. I went ahead and removed all negative side effects, given 100% shield, and then from here on, it basically went ahead and continued.
Be careful.
Attacking.
There's no torture immunity.
I had to play it safe a little because you never know what happens. So as you guys can see,
why not attack Hammergrum? He has the soul drag, plus your pierce could have pierced through damage section and skill mirror, so he wouldn't have done it back to you.
Kicked in. It got rid of my quicksand again, thanks to Moja, Pain Distiller. So
sure, that's a good move.
Helpful thing. And I think I did Firebolt right here against Moja Drag. Yeah. So that was the last use. He went ahead and ulted.
Why are you taking all that damage?
Yeah, unfortunately he ulted, but it didn't really matter much because my next target was Moja Drag, and there was no damage section there. So I played it safe and applied the 50% life shield just like that. And then I think I did a one shot, one kill.
It's funny because at the first battle I was carrying Culling the Weak, but now I don't have it when I actually need it.
Taken. It was either one shot, one kill or Falling Fire. I was debating. Okay, I guess it was Falling Fire. So yeah, that happened. And then I went ahead and used my. Oh, I charged up. That's what I did. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's been a while. I recorded. By the way, guys, I recorded my attacks, right, and also performed my attacks at like 2 or 3 a.m. So I had.
Oh yeah, it was pretty late night actually. I remember.
With a way to basically I can honestly, and then I wanted to get rid of the monster.
The rest was easy.
I went ahead and did it, but I checked Spirit Battery to see how many uses first.
Yeah.
So it still had about 1 more use, and that's all I needed, as you guys could see. So here I just had to get rid of Hammer as soon as possible. So that's what I did. I went ahead and hit it.
It doesn't matter who it triggers, so just damage and then charge up.
I went ahead and used it. One shot, one kill, just like that.
Charge up.
And then I went ahead and recharged. I could have attacked, but I recharged. Soul Jack kicked in, Spirit Battery came in clutch and healed me. So
easy peasy. So easy, guys. These attacks were so easy. But the funny thing is, back then, these attacks were just so hard to perform.
Full team speed on my Cryo Crawler, as you guys can tell. My Cryo itself.
Okay, go ahead and start attacking.
And then
oh, this is where I lost a coin. Spoiler alert, I remember.
Marley, just slightly faster. So that was a play. Now I kind of wish I went with Mojo Drag once again, but
yeah, you should have.
Cryo Crawler was the way, I guess. Now here is
should have done that.
What happened. Take a look at this. Meltius, do it. Instead of attacking, you know what he did? Battle March. So the AI was pretty dumb, and that's what I wanted.
And I still lost a coin, even the AI when the AI was dumb.
Marley went ahead and attacked it. Actually, now that I think about it, hold on. Now that I think about it, I don't think I could have 3-coined anyway. Even if I had Mojo Drag, because Marley just used an AoE freeze.
That makes sense. Yeah, I see what he's saying.
I'm pretty sure that was an AoE freeze, right? On my Cryo Crawler. Yeah, look at that freeze block. So never mind. I couldn't have 3-coined anyway. Okay, never mind.
Well, you could have. You could have if you ran on Dana instead of the tank. Yes, if you ran on Dana, so then you could have removed the freeze from. No, but then you need the triple damage as well. Keep that in mind.
Fine. But yeah, AoE freeze was blocked.
But maybe it's worth a try, right?
So yeah, I guess Cryo Crawler was the way. It was the go.
How did you lose this? How did you lose a coin here?
My one-shot, one kill was way too powerful, but Bullseye was enough.
You could have just done AoE.
Kicks in. Announcing Assault on top.
You could have just done AoE. Tank in the Soul Drag, You have enough
will kick
HP
in
for it.
and deal enough so that
You
Meltzer
could have
will
eliminated
die
the other two
and I still
after.
get an extra
Super
turn.
easy.
Because remember, it only had the Spilling Fist. So I went ahead and used Bullseye on this Meltius.
How did you mess
And
this
so
up?
it kicked in. You know, Arnolding Assault got rid of it because remember it's a rank 5 spec. Arnolding Assault deals 60k damage. So I did the, you know, whole
Oh, there's
damage on
static
head,
shock. Ah, that makes
everything.
sense. But wait,
So
oh, never mind.
here
I
I
thought
just
Spec
didn't want
was...
to make any
Spec is not immune to shock, right? What is that little trait right there? That's the old trait. I forgot what that thing does.
mistakes. So I kept switching between skills, checking what they have, like static shock and stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh, I see
Also,
what
there
happened
was mud
here.
body on the other monster, so I just didn't want to make any mistakes once again. So I wanted to be super careful. And I'm pretty sure I attacked here. Actually, I kicked in. I couldn't use any of my extra turn skills anymore, right? But take a look at this here. Take a look at this one.
It's enough to
Bullseye
eliminate Marley.
will deal enough just so that Marley ends up dying with UA. I don't care about the extra turn.
See,
Just so
right
that Marley
here,
dies. Now,
if
here was
only
the
he didn't
unfortunate
attack.
part.
Yeah.
Rip Crawler. Can we get that in the comments, please? Crawler ended up dying to Hammer, and this actually upset me because if this didn't end up happening, I could have actually 3-coined this and it would have been 18 coins in total for this war, even though I had the most terrible restriction. My monsters weren't so good for this war. So I did, you know, that just so that I can take the Mud Body, the damage, since my Ferris had like 300k HP.
Apply
Just
burning.
so that he can share some of that damage, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and applied the burning. Mud Body, kicked
That's
in,
a lot of
dealt
damage.
100k.
Mud body used to deal so much
Now
damage.
here is how I actually sort of like countered or took care of those tortures. I went with my light shield here. You see this light
It's a
shield
good play.
that Ferris has? Yeah, so basically it blocks all the tortures.
It's good.
So that saved me quite a lot of health. You know what I mean? So I did one shot, one kill. Didn't really care. Mud Body kicked
It's not
in,
gonna deal
0
any damage,
thanks to
yeah.
that light shield once again. And the light
Apply
shield
triple
actually,
damage if you have it. Nope.
stays there for
Never
like
mind.
about 2 turns, which is really nice.
And
That's
there
what
goes
I
the
really
3
like
coins,
about
right?
it. And then
Or 2
here
coins.
I was like, yeah, it's over. So I went ahead and just
It sucks though. I still lost that coin. I feel like... No, but... I feel like it would have been worth a try if I used on Dana instead. So then I could have removed the freeze on... I know the triple damage doesn't NER, so you could have just removed the freeze on Spec and try to see if you could win. You know what I mean? Just like that alone. I feel like
we're the only ones
it,
that watered
it
up.
was probably possible.
Spectra. That's all I had.
The funny thing is the war ended with a tie actually. So both teams had like 400 something coins, I believe, and it ended up with a tie. And we did end up winning the season. We ended up getting legendary leader, Team Spirit, obviously. But this video was like a year ago or something. Yeah, a year ago. This is basically a year ago. Pretty fun battle though. All these battles were pretty fun and pretty stressful as well. But I feel like if I were to do the attacks now, I feel like it'd be just like that easy. You know what I mean? Because you're more experienced. You know what I mean? You know about all these stuff. But these things, it was just so easy, so simple back then. Even though it seems so hard, it was just so simple. But now with all these new stuff that they've added, it's just it's made the game more strategic and very complicated. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this video. If you guys want me to do more reaction videos to my old videos like this, make sure to drop a like and let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.